This is fucking horrible. It just keeps getting worse. And then his shitty little son, Donald Trump Jr. Did you hear about this? You know, somebody wrote a book for him so that Donald Trump Jr. could put his name on it. These fucking people can't write. They can't read. All they can do is pose and go make deals and steal and lie and cheat. But Trump Jr. made a visit to Arlington Cemetery. Well, let me quote from the Washington Post report on this. It was the day before his father was inaugurated president when the weight of the office first washed over Donald Trump Jr. Oh, give me a fucking break. President-elect Trump and the new First Family were at Arlington National Cemetery, where Trump Sr. was to lay a wreath on the tomb of the unknowns. Trump Jr., someone wrote in his new book, he didn't write it, Trump Jr. said, quote, "I rarely get emotional, if ever. Yet, as we drove past the rows of white grave markers, in the gravity of the moment, I had a deep sense of the importance of the presidency and the love of our country." Oh, fuck. I'm moved to tears. But wait. He also had another revelation as he watched his father standing in front of the tomb of the unknown soldier, surrounded by more than 400,000 graves, listening to the Army band bugler playing taps. The Trump family had already suffered, he recalled. And he thought, this is only the beginning. Quote, "In that moment, I also thought of all the attacks we'd already suffered as a family, and about all the sacrifices we'd have to make to help my father succeed, voluntarily giving up a huge chunk of our business and all international deals to avoid the appearance that we were profiting off the office." He wrote that. Now, somebody wrote it for him. The book says it's an evisceration of the politically correct culture. In it, Trump Jr. writes, quote, "The book that leftist elites don't want you to read. A victimhood complex has taken root in the American left," end quote. Yet, in his telling, the only real victim is him, his father, or Ivanka, or his fucked up brother. They're the victims. Now, his framing of what he felt at Arlington Cemetery, his little anecdote, that 400,000 crosses and stars of David reminded him of the suffering. Oh, he wouldn't be able to make any more money. Has provoked some criticism. Ruben Gallego, he's a Democrat, representative from Arizona, who served in the Iraq War, said, quote, "8 men I served with are buried in Section 60 of Arlington. I visit them monthly. Even if Donald Jr. lived 1,000 years, he will never get close to being as good and honorable as they were. Sacrifice is only a word to the Trumps." End quote. The author Matt Gallagher, also an Iraq War veteran, said on Twitter, quote, "Imagine going to Arlington and being moved to think about money. You are a soup sandwich, Donald Trump Jr., and my friends buried there would tell you the same thing." End quote. The Trump Organization did not respond to a request for comment on these criticisms leveled at this little prick, Donnie Jr. On television and online, he and his defenders have fittingly labeled the naysayers triggered. They're triggered. This is one filthy, fucked up family. It really is. Every single member. In the book, then, Trump Jr. contends that his father's assumption of the presidency, quote, was a big sacrifice costing us millions and millions of dollars annually, end quote. That's a direct fucking quote. That's how these pigs look at Trump Sr.'s presidency. It's only a matter of money. And then Trump Prick Jr. wrote this, but it was a sacrifice we were more than happy and willing to make. Of course, we didn't get any credit whatsoever from the mainstream media, which now does not surprise me at all. End quote. Now, this little prick and his fucked up brother Eric, the very pale Eric, they made similar statements last month. And by the way, if you look closely, Eric and Trump Jr., those are not brothers. They may have the same father, but they have different mothers somewhere. Trump has some hoe stashed somewhere or in a ditch buried or paid off that was Eric's mother. Just look at him the next time you get a chance. Anyway, Trump Jr. and Eric last month claimed that, quote, we literally stopped. We got out of all international business. End quote. Both these little pricks claim that. The Washington Post fact checker found the claims, of course, were lies and worthy of 4 Pinocchios. Trump refused to divest from his business holdings before taking office. And Donnelly Jr. and the strange, very white one, and the crazy bitch Ivanka, oh, they haven't made a penny, have they? Ivanka, how many copyrights in China or trade agreements in China has the bitch made? 10, 50, 100? And this little prick Trump Jr.? Now, Eric, I doubt if he's made any business deals because, as we say in the South, he seems to be kind of funny. You know what I mean? Funny. Robert McGuire, the research director for Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, CREW, said, quote, while comparing himself to soldiers who died fighting for their country, Don Jr. lies, saying that they would be giving up all international deals to avoid the appearance that they were profiting off the presidency. They've done no such thing. McGuire added, linking to the Trump Organization's announcement that it would expand its Doonbeg, Ireland golf course, he added, quote, it's barely been a week since the company that Don Jr. runs and his father still profits from made that announcement. Last I checked, Doonbeg is not in the United States. None of that matters. None of that matters. Unbelievable stuff.
Greetings, truth seekers. It's that time of year again. Time to help your humble and obedient podcaster keep it lit by keeping the lights on in the Malloy studio with a podcast pledge drive. All October, we are giving away freebies, goodies, and gifts as thank yous for subscribing or renewing your Malloy podcast at the Trump recession level reduced price of $49 a year. It's a different giveaway each week, truth seekers. Everything from an autographed copy of Mike's book, Colored Ice Cream, to my holiday baked goods. Already have a Malloy podcast? Well, it makes a great gift. And remember, podcast subscribers also get exclusive access to the weekend bonus shows, which might be hosted by Mike or by me. We even have a teen show coming up featuring Molly and her friends. Just visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe or renew today. Keep it lit.